Now, at that point, the deacon is going to signal for you all to rise, you can sit, and you're going to do the anthem. So, the anthem is just text, very much like the collects. I'm going to leave it at that. But I would say that what you want to do, particularly when you're doing the priest side of the anthem, you know, is that this is a real invocation. So remember what we were talking about yesterday about sort of seducing the gods to come down to us. When you say, who art, you know, when all but thou art God. I mean, like you try to visualize this stuff and imagine the emptiness. You know, it's like, how can there be something in the presence of nothing? Well, there can't be unless it's God. You know, I mean, God can do stuff that no one else can do. God can have contradictory thoughts. God can do a lot of different things, okay? Whether he can make a stone too heavy for him to lift, I don't know, but take it under advisement. That will be one of the multiple choice questions. Yes, perhaps, I don't know. I say I don't know, all right? You know, when you say thou, aloof, alone, you know what I mean? It's like, it means something to you. Because you're talking about something that's really, really important. When you say thou beyond speech and beyond sight, you know, you're not looking at her. Maybe your eyes are closed because you're looking at her. She's personified the goddess to you through this whole ritual. And now if you go, thou beyond speech and beyond sight, it's like, wait a minute, you know, that's her. You know, it's like, I need to close my eyes so I can try to make those words truth, you know, look internally. And then you say, thee I invoke, my faint fresh fire, kindling as mine intense aspire. It's like, you've just gone through all thee I invoke, you know, and then my faint fresh fire is the Kundalini forces. My faint fresh fire, there's almost a fear with Kundalini, it's so strong. My faint fresh fire kindling as mine intense aspire. This is why I say you need a strong lance, because you're going to start shaking. You know, not next week perhaps, but a couple of years from now, you're going to be shaking, pal. Kindling as mine intense aspire. And then, you know, you're going to say, appear most awful and most mild. Now, you're not going to say those two things in the same tone of voice. Because if you're going to be, appear most awful, you know, and then you're going to be relieved and most mild. But the thing is, it's not your decision to make, because it's as it is lawful for him, not you. In thy child, which is you, in thy child, or in thy child. However it works for you, but I want you to work with this. This is a powerful, powerful invocation, okay? The chorus, the deacon will lead. The deacon and the children are not reciting the chorus unless the Mass is so small and ill-attended that we need their voices. Here we wouldn't, we've got plenty of women.
And sometimes if we have fewer females or fewer...
Right,
the
right.
deacon will chime in with that to sort of...
If it's a female deacon.
I've chimed in when there was one female in the congregation. I chimed in with her to straighten her up because I'm not scared.
Okay, Bubba. All right, Bubba. I just want to point out for the audience on the net here that we're below the Mason-Dixon line having this conversation. All right.
We're in Georgia, don't say Bubba.
We're in Atlanta, it's different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely different.
We let the rest of the state stick around just for, infrastructure.
Infrastructure, good. Tax base.
Beans, beans.
Okay. Okay. So we're going to finish off the chorus with glory and worship unto thee, sap of the world, ash wonder tree. Okay. The audience will now sit. All right? Deacon will kind of do this little gesture. Okay. Now, we're not going to reinvent the wheel. We're going to go back to where we were at the beginning of the class. You're going to take the lance and kind of swing it over to your left. You're going to reach across and take the, it says take the paten, right? Move it out of your way. She's going to move that. Notice how she's got her hand under the cloth very beautifully. And now you're going to take this and pass it into her left hand. So you've made a perfect X, okay? Now I don't want you to put it down there, so you put it there, okay? Now, you'll never be able to do the next gesture if you have that blocking it, even though these are short steps. And now, you're going to kind of hold this closer to you. You can even take it with two hands, all right? And you're going to say,
Lord most secret, bless this spiritual food unto our bodies, bestowing upon us health and wealth and strength and joy and peace, and that fulfillment of will and love under will that is perpetual happiness.
and of love under will.
And of love under will that is
Perfect.
and of love under will that is perpetual happiness.
All right, now you're going to make a cross with the paten. You're going to lower your left hand, now you're going to make a cross. Okay, whatever size turns you on. I don't make it so large, but that's fine. Okay, now you're going to kiss the paten, not the host, the paten. All right, and now you're going to lower it down by her left thumb. And you're going to set it there. Excellent. All right, bring it a little closer because you're going to have to reach around here. The lance is going to be in your way. Just bring it a little bit like that, okay? Okay. Now, you just made a gesture on the right. We know what we're going to do next. We're going to make a gesture on the left, right? You're going to uncover the cup. What do I do every time the cup is uncovered? Excellent. Okay, stand up. You're going to take the host. This is complicated. You're going to take the host, you're going to raise it up, and you're going to break it over the cup. Break it in half, two hands, over the cup. All right? You're going to take the right hand portion of the paten and over the cup, of the host, and set it back down on the paten, the right hand portion. Okay? Then you're going to break off a particle of the left hand portion. You're going to break off a particle. Okay? If you do it with your right hand, if you're right-handed, it'll help you later on. Okay? And then you're going to say, and you're going to get your breath a little bit involved in this, because you're saying, this is my seed, the Father is the Son by means of the Holy Spirit. Om, om, om. So you're going to blow on a little bit, right? So you're going to say, O.T.O, or actually you're going to hold it in front of your mouth. You can actually keep it as one thing. Hang on.
To it or?
No, give it to me. Move. You've broken it, and then you're just going to go like this. O.T.O, you're not looking at her. Okay, you're looking at this. Okay? And it's going to go something like O.T.O, to sperma mu, ho pater estin, ho ios dia, tu pneuma hagion, om, om, om. Okay? Now, the beauty of this choreography is that you're not rushing. You're going to say, to sperma mu, ho pater estin, ho ios dia, tu pneuma hagion. You can draw out your ohms or do them as you like. Om. This is also Crowley's Om, so it's, it's sort of Om. It ends on a nasal sound, which if you are lucky, you'll get a perfect, I forget the word for it, but it's, what is that?
Harmonic.
Harmonic. You get a perfect harmonic to blow your mind. I don't know that you can get it on purpose, but when it happens, it'll blow your mind. All right, now. You replace the left-hand portion of the host on the paten. Okay?
Not the particle, right?
Not the particle, right, the big part. And you want to try, when you're doing it, you did it okay, because it's touching. You want to kind of sort of fit it back together. You just did.
Yeah.
You just did. You just did it beautifully. All right? Now, the priestess extends the lance point with her left hand to receive the particle, which obviously, don't do it yet. obviously she's in a perfect position to do since she has the lance, right? You are gonna have to lower your hand here to get the balance.
You need to balance it a little bit.
About
so-
here?
Yeah, I would say about there.
About here.
But work it
Yeah.
out. But this is something that you'll work out before the mass, to kind of figure out what.
It's gonna
what's the balance
change
for.
lens by lens,
Mhm.
all right? So I would say probably a little lower, try it, just try to do it without him. Just get the balance point, see if you can find the balance point easily.
You gotta watch
No.
the pillars, huh?
You know what you're doing, sweetie?
It's
So
going
where
out
It's
this
gotta go to
Like-
the
does the
outside
point-
of the
where does
shoulders.
the point-
Here's where you're gonna bring it up to,
Mhm.
Okay,
like that,
all right.
Pretty straight.
okay? But try to get that by yourself for a second. Is that the right place? No, you gotta
She's
go
moving her
lower.
hand, she's moving her
She'll
chest.
get it, she'll get it, she'll get it.
Yeah, maybe that's better.
Yeah, and he's helping you.
Right.
Don't forget that he's gonna be helping you, but
Yeah, it's
you,
gonna-
I think that's the right place on that lens. Okay, so you're back up here. Now look, here's what you're doing. All right, go ahead. No, wait, don't, not, keep your left hand free. Your left, actually, you don't keep your left hand free. Your left hand is clasping the cup in your left hand, so you're helping her. You're holding it. Close your hand. All right? You, keep your hand away from her. You're just gonna screw up now. You move. You start,
This
you
is-
start to do the
This is
gesture.
toward the cup.
Yeah, yeah. All right, now you join it. Once she starts, all right? No, all right. Stop. Do it again, move. All right, give me this. Okay. You're here, I'm here, go. Higher, up, all the way. Now, look at my eyes. Breathe together. Really. And now we insert it into the cup. Do it again. Really. No, don't, you just broke eye contact.
Oh, okay.
You know? All right, do it again. All right, you're gonna get, all right, one, you start raising the lens. You, come on, go.
Just follow it.
No, you're, listen, come here. You're, the minute she has a comfortable gesture, you're going to put that on the tip and you're going to go down together holding it on the tip. You're going to help guide it into there. You're going to look into her eyes, into each other's eyes, take a breath. Really, if you want to scream, really, you can do that too. It doesn't matter. Nancy and I do it, really. Okay? All right? You're going to work that out between you.
Right.
But this is a hard gesture. It takes two people, right? All right, do it again. You take this, let her start. You fall, grab, good. How'd you,
Really.
no, you didn't, do it again. Do it again.
All the way?
Yeah, go back. You got the really use it two different times. I told you to take a breath together.
Right.
You look into each other's eyes, you take a breath together, and then you say "really" together at the same time. All right? So do it again. Go. All right? Now I'm not rushing, Joseph. I'm not rushing you to go. I'm trying to get you to find the rhythm. So hang on. First place, you're going to let her do this by herself. Go. Now go. Go ahead.
Really.
And now it's falling into the cup, right? The tip of the lance should be in the wine. And that particle should fall,
Okay.
okay? And you gotta work on this together.
Timing is everything.
Yeah. Okay, but you're on the right track.
Does the bread get dipped into the wine?
Does what?
The particle?
Particle, yeah.
Falls into the
falls in.
wine. Okay, now, you've just done the Harili. All right. The priest takes the lance.
Right or left? Yeah.
Right. Let go of the cup. Put it on both hands. The priest takes the lance. The priestess covers the cup. the priest genuflects, rises, bows, pass the lamps between the priestess's legs again. Join hands like this, that thing again. Strike your breast. And you say this, O lion,
O lion and O serpent that destroy the destroyer, be mighty among us. O lion and O serpent that destroy the destroyer, be mighty among us. O lion and O serpent that destroy the destroyer, be mighty among us.
all right, you put your hands on the priestess, chest, breast, whatever, all right, and take back your lance. Pick it up. Now, how do I know that a couple of lines earlier I put in those editorial brackets, he passes the lambs to the priestess, which is not in Crowley's script, on page 47? Because right here it says he takes back his lambs. Well, he never gave her the lambs. So now he's given her the lambs in editorial brackets. Okay. This again, you know, Nancy will testify that if you are really doing, you know, this O lion and O serpent that destroy the destroyer with force, the kind of force that you really should be, because you're looking at life and death and all that good stuff, you know, and all of a sudden you onto her chest, make sure you don't knock her over, because you may be a little over enthusiastic.
I've seen people strike the priestess, which
Yeah.
is bad.
Very bad form. Okay, so you need to be careful. But you need to have the energy where it's almost dangerous. You need to kind of protect her against your own enthusiasm. Okay? Takes back his lance. Okay. Now, he turns to the people. I'm going to be the deacon, I think, so I was out. He turns to the people. Okay? I don't know why, and I think it's fine the way you did it. I always turn the other way, but, you know, that's fine. Either way, it doesn't make any difference. I just was surprised to see you do that. Now you're going, it doesn't matter. You're going to look into my eyes. You're not going to be looking at the people at this time yet either. You're going to be looking at the people later, believe me, but not at this time. However, this is the first, when you did this before with the people, you didn't see them at all, okay? This time, you're going to see them a little bit, but your focus is going to be on the deacon. And you're going to say, you're going to lower the lamps. In other words, you're going to do this. You're going to stand here and you're going to do something like this. You're going to lower the lamps and then you're going to make the cross over them. This is where you'll sort of see them out of whatever peripheral vision. And then you'll say, do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. You'll address that to the deacon, who will look at you and reply, love is the law, love under will, with the congregation. At which point then you'll lower the lamps again and then bring it up, right? So do that. Cross, big cross, cross, one hand. Do what thou
Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law.
Love is the law. Love under will. Now, make again.
That's kind of awkward.
You do it the other way.
Okay, turn around. All right.
So when he lowers the lamps, he does it twice. Do you do it one side and then the other side?
You can do that. There's certainly no harm in doing that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now here's another complicated thing. How did the cup get to the other side?
I moved it when you weren't looking.
See, this is the problem with women. No, I mean, let this be a lesson. When you've got your back turned to her, you're over here, you're dealing with these guys here, right? You are going to deftly move the cup to the other side and set it down on the table. Okay.
I mean, technically you can keep it there on, she can do, I mean, she can cross, it's much more graceful this way.
With his back turned, he's hiding her.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Now, this is gonna be another one of those complicated things. This is what we called in the commentary reciprocal, which is like this. This is what reciprocal means, okay? Like a train wheels, all right? So you're gonna turn around. Now, you're going to pass the lands to her right hand. At what point is the patent in your hand?
As he's turning back around, I just slipped my hand
Okay.
underneath the patent.
So here's, all right,
I'm
go
ready for it.
put it back there, on the front. You turn around to the audience again. Okay,
So this is where I see this over.
right, all right. You're like that. What, don't do this yet. Your back is turned. You're doing your thing here and all this stuff. You go there, you pick that up. All right?
You don't even,
Well-
have to, you don't have to hold it, I never hold it that high, because I don't wanna distract the people
Oh,
behind
right.
it. You know, because at this point, he's placed this down on the altar. This is placed on the altar. And you could actually, and you're gonna be offering with your left hand each element. So, and the reason that I switch it over, it's just easier to have things.
But it's the only way to get it in your left hand. It's not that it's easier, it's just the only way to have it in your left
She
hand.
can cross over, but it's
Right,
like,
yeah.
it's very
I mean,
awkward.
Yeah, and especially with a full glass of wine.
Right.
Not a good idea.
Yeah, so, and at this,
And
and I
At
would
this
just
point,
keep it,
just like that, keep it down. That's the way she does it, that's
That's- yeah, that's the way
perfect.
I do it.
Just like that. All right, because this whole thing is hidden by his body. He's standing in front of you. Nobody can see what you're doing. All right? That's like a little priestess housekeeping that no one necessarily sees. But you have to know it because he's gonna turn around. Here's what you do. Can I say what you do? You're gonna, let's say that this is the priestess, all right? So I'm gonna be here, I go like this, I turn around, okay? I hand her this, she hands me that, I go down. That's what I mean by reciprocal. It's 1, 2, 3. It's like 1, 2, 3. Did you see that? All right, so do it here. You got that low in your left hand, you turn around, 1, 2, 3. It's all at the same time, but it's 1, 2, 3 at the same, it's in a sequence, reciprocal sequence. 1, 2, 3, okay? Now, you're down there, here's another thing I always get wrong. Okay, you say this,
In my mouth be the essence of the life of the sun.
and you take the 2 pieces, now you got that one hand, 2 pieces, and you make a cross with them. You make the cross on the path, and you eat it, okay? This is gonna take a little bit of time. You're eating, what you do, bite or you're not eating?
I was pretending, just in case you want to do it again.
What would make you think you would want to do this again?
You're gonna take it, you're gonna chew it. Now, here's what I was saying yesterday. As you're chewing it, you want to feel it literally kind of go in your mouth, and then, it's gonna work its way through your body. You want to kind of trace the course of it, you literally want to feel it, your fingertips, your toe tips, and the top of your head. I mean, you really do want that experience. You don't have to eat it right now. And, in my mouth, all right. Okay, you eat that. Then you lower that and uncover the cup, quick, while he's chewing. Remember, it's taking him a long time to chew, so don't offer it yet. Just hold it in your hand, and you're watching him. All right, then all of a sudden you see he's finished. Now he's going to sort of lick up into the, crevices between the teeth. These could be like a long time. It takes a while because they get sticky and all that stuff. And then you're going to see that he's finished. All right? And then you're going to offer the cup. You're going to say, before you take it, see, you're going to say, in my mouth.
Be the essence of the joy of the earth.
Right. And you're going to take the cup and you're going to make the cross on her. And I'm going to leave this to you all to figure out why you would identify her with the joy of the earth. Okay? And now you drink the cup. And don't forget that that little piece is going to float in there and it will not come out. So you need to stick your finger. No, it's not going to work.
Hopefully
Stick
it'll
your
work.
finger in there
Usually it's-
and pull it out and consume that. Set it back to her. You take it back. Now is the moment of truth. Okay? This is really impossible for me to describe what's going on. But you're getting ready to stand up and say there's no part of you that's not the God's. Okay? Let it be real when you say it. Okay? So you rise, because you see it says silence. He drains the cup and returns it. Then silence. Silence as you are experiencing the liquid and the particle. Okay? And then you rise, you take the lens, you turn to the people, you look dead on straight into the eyes of the deacon. It's the only person you're talking to, one person. And you say,
There is no part of me that is not of the gods.
right, now,
Should he be in the sign of Osiris?
No.
When he says that?
no. He's just perfect the way he is. Okay? I am the deacon now. I am like looking at you. I am totally focused in your eyes. I am aware of the fact that you are the priest of the Lord. I am the priest of the congregation. I am taking what you're giving to me and I'm radiating it out to the congregation. I'm going to hold this as long as you do. At a certain point, you'll turn.
To face this way.
Yeah. But I'm not going to do anything until you do, because I'm working with your magical current. Okay. Now, that's the time for the communion to begin. Okay? So as we said yesterday, you're going to have that 3-card Monty guy sitting over here, and he's going to know the children are going to walk up right at this point. The children are going to walk up to here. They're going to take the cakes. The other one will take the wine. You'll probably have 1 cup each, or maybe
stay on
take
the
2
shot.
cups out at the
So it's
same
good.
time, or 1. You'll take the tray or the container that has the cake.
Is there a point where she moves the cup over there for that child to get, or?
No, she's not using this cup.
Other cups.
The other cups,
Yeah.
gotcha.
There's a whole bunch of cups sitting here that have been
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
measured for
Yeah.
each person, all that stuff. And then so, the shill guy is gonna come up and everybody will stand up. Let's just do this if we could, a minute. All right, and I'm going to come over to you. You're gonna hand me a cup. I want you to look at me.
Okay.
Okay? Because I want to make eye contact with an officer of the Mass, but I'm not going to be able to do it with these 2 guys because they are in that kind of tantric union that this whole ritual has been working on. I don't want them to lose their concentration. This guy is going to bless us in a few minutes, right? After we finish the communion, he's got all this energy. They have all this energy. I don't want them to lose that. So I'm going to make the gesture to you. Maybe you'll, no, I'm not going to see, God, she's so focused on him. Hey, what about me? Damn it, I'm like here too. Oh, I see, you're just like, okay, in other words, like, this is what's important. These are the officers. This is the holy thing. Not me. Not you. Them doing that. You're going to hand me the cake. Gonna make a nice gesture. You're going to be happy you guys are roaming around.
You keep going, dude.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Well,
Yeah, you.
Well, when are you going to consume the elements? I mean, you're
Well,
going to do it
first-
at the children?
No.
Okay.
All right, you're gonna follow me. Let me get another shill. Who's the shill? Let me use
oh,
this
I'll
shill.
be a shill.
All right?
All right.
You stand behind her. All right? Don't get mad at me. This is just one way of doing the math, okay? All right.
Let's see it then.
Okay, I say thanks to her. You guys keep going.
Okay.
You,
Yeah, that's pretty
all
much.
right? This is a nice full room, I'll start the communion here. Take a little bit more.
I think I'll wait till I get back to my seat.
You're gonna wait till you get back to your seat? Okay. I'm gonna have another bite, take another glance at this. I'm around, get back to my place, gonna finish consuming the cake, drink the wine. Very good. There is no part of me that is not of the
There
gods.
is no part of me that is not.
There is no part of me that is not of the gods.
There's no part of me, there's none of the gods. We
Sabrina, arm like this.
When it's,
Cross, yeah. Now look, let's say that Zeitlin and I finish at the same time, and I start saying there's no part of me, and then he chimes in, there's no part,
There is no-
no part of me
there
that
is
is
no
not
part
of
of
the
me that
gods.
is not
No
of the gods.
harm, no
And I-
blame,
if
no
I-
big problem.
If I could interject something here, when I was deaconing, and we did it that way, and people were just proclaiming as they
yeah.
finished in tandem, and it actually teared me up. It
Yeah.
was
Wow.
really, really beautiful, because you just hear people saying, there was just something about that. I can't even
Yeah.
put my finger on it, but it's a
Yeah.
beautiful effect.
And it gets it done quickly.
Yeah.
So if there's 500 people, remember the mass yesterday, we were talking about the 500 people Nancy and I did? If there's 500 people, it could be done in a reasonable amount of time. It wouldn't take, 24-hour communion on a 45-minute ritual to have 500 people. By the time this guy is ready to turn around and give us the blessing, these two people will be so high that they'll be able to give us a real blessing.
I'm sorry, nothing that you do up here, if you wanted to make crosses on the priestess or, lift the cup or do, none of that's going to matter to them.
Okay.
It's
Well, I
it's
just-
just,
You've seen it different ways.
I have, and my thought is, I've seen it with the priest coming down. So each communicant is interacting with the priestess directly. So,
Yeah,
so the priest is often, well, I tell
That's
you
the way
what.
that something started in California, and it was under the term priestess darshan.
All right, well, nonetheless, it's one of the most beautiful experiences that I've ever had. Nonetheless,
Fine.
what you're saying,
Then
I'm
do
just,
it that way at your masses.
well,
I'm not.
it may not be. I'm just saying that was.
what's the point? I mean, it's, whatever it means personally, what's the point to the mass?
Well, the point is that everyone gets to play a slight, gets to ride on the coattails of the priest slightly, gets to play the role of the priest and look into the eyes of the infinite.
But
Right.
the point is, if that's what you wanna do, then do the priest, don't.
Next week.
Yeah.
In other words, I'm doing the priest today, right?
Mhm.
Zeitlin's doing the priest next week. He's doing the priest the week after that. The week after that is your turn. You can gaze into the eyes of the infinite, you can do whatever you want.
Plus, she's
Okay.
not the eyes of the infinite. I'm sorry, I know.
Her eyes are the windows into the infinite.
No,
No?
Not for you,
not for you.
not for you. They are for him.
Okay.
Because he's worked for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
He is, not only has he worked for 45 minutes, but he has spent the last week reviewing the Mass
Mhm.
every day. He's worked with her for weeks, months, years, in Nancy and my case, decades,
Mhm.
all right, on this ritual. We've gone over it and over it and over it and over it, or you've worked with 5 different priestesses and all of you are doing it again and again and again and again.
Yeah, sure.
You've earned it,
Sure, sure.
okay?
And
I said
there's no
yesterday,
doubt.
this is not Occupy Wall Street. You don't get to ride on the coattails of the priest. Here, if you want to gaze into the eyes of the infinite, sir, you do the work, you will gaze into the eyes of the infinite.
I understand, but
As a congregant-
I have gazed into the eyes of the
Fine.
infinite without being the priest. That's all I'm saying.
Then if that is your feeling at your group, when you do the priest, you announce to the people and you say, folks, the way I would like you to do the communion today is this way.
Okay, well,
Okay? Or if your body is inclined to do it that way,
Mhm.
then do it that way for your whole body.
I understand.
Read the book of Solomon that I wrote. In the Bible, the only person who was allowed to go into the Holy of Holies was the priest, and him only one day a year.
Right.
Okay,
Mhm.
and he was the only one.
That's right.
Now this is our Holy of Holies. You turn and face her. This is our Holy of Holies.
Mhm.
We have the priestess. She is actually our ark.
Mhm.
All right?
I had
It's
just never-
equally sacred, however.
It does, and it makes better sense. I had just never seen it done this way
I
before.
understand.
So for me, when I come up here, I would take the elements, and the priest would be somewhere off the steps, and I would look at the priestess and say, there's no part of me that's not of the God.
Right, there have been a lot of different ways that this has been done over the years, and this is the way Nancy and I do it, it's the way we teach it, and it's an effective way of getting high. It's different than many other groups.
I look forward to trying it this way.
Yeah,
I'd like to see the effect of it.
Yeah.
I really look forward to it.
yeah.
Absolutely. I wasn't trying to give you a hard time.
That's cool, man, that's cool. No, this has been a very controversial part of our mass instructions, and I'm glad that you were so persistent in questioning it, because, it's only at the point where you get him, away from her that I draw the line. That's where it becomes, in other words, we have done a lot of masses without children, like we were talking about yesterday, where there's 2 or 3 congregants and 3 officers, a deacon, priest, a priestess, and 2 congregants. So I've done masses that small. So in that case, what I do is, as the deacon, turn around. He makes the proclamation, and then he turns around, and then it's even in the Perfectus Feast, and then I say that if there's no children, it means that they're doing the serving, right?
Mhm.
So he gives me the signal that he's ready for I'm the deacon. He gives me the signal that he's ready to begin by, after he facing her for a moment, he turns like this and steps to her side, okay? And she's going to pass out the wine, and he's going to pass out the host. So I will be the first person to communicate, and I will take the wine from her, and I'll make eye contact with her, and it'll be very beautiful to me, and he'll hand me the cake, and I'll take that from him, and I'll make the eye contact with him instead of the 2 children, and then I'll walk and munch until I get back to my seat. Or if it's a big room, which it'll often be, I might have finished my food here, so there's no part of me that's not of the gods before I get to my seat.
Mhm.
But when I get back to my seat, I will remain standing, okay? And that's what's going to happen. But he's only facing me, and I'm making eye contact with the 2 of them if there's no children,
Okay.
okay? Because, look, Nancy and I've done it with a number of different priestesses in the past as well. There's something very tender about feeding the congregation, and it's really beautiful.
Mhm.
So what I'm saying here is the same level of strictness that I'm imposing on you and telling you, no, you're not going to make eye contact with the priestess and gaze into the infinite. I'm imposing that on myself. Because truthfully, I'm a cancer, and I would love nothing better than to hand you a glass of wine or a piece of bread. Because that's my nature, is this kind of giving generosity.
Mhm.
But I know that my real duty here is to focus on the magical energy and not, become a waiter. Okay? So, it's a disciplined ritual. Believe it, it's all about discipline. complicated. Okay. Now, the children are up here. Okay. All right. Roughly, the person over here is going to probably be the last one to say, proclaim, there's no part of me that is not of the gods. Everyone is standing. These guys, are you focused on her? Have you not been listening? They're focused on each other. And there is no way that they're going to make absolutely sure that everyone has communion. But these guys are facing outward, so they see everything. So as soon as you see, there's no part of me that is not of the gods, you make eye contact with each other and walk back to next to silence. Okay. Now, that's your signal to kind of nod your head to him. Okay, baby, we can move on to this stage. So you are going to close the veil. Okay? And since she's been such a good priestess, you're going to do it nicely.
And I'll tend to give one last, like, punctuated glance at the priestess before it's closed. It's just like,
You just like okay. You're gonna turn around. Okay. Now, here's a fun little trick. Just watch the way I'm gonna do this. All right, you stand there. This what first place. Now you are going to be what? Now you're gonna make eye contact with every person in the room. So if you go like this, you go, "The Lord bless you." Swing it around. All right, watch the second. The Lord enlighten your minds and comfort your hearts and sustain your bodies. See, this thing is still swinging. The Lord bring you to the accomplishment of your true wills, the great work, the summum bonum, true wisdom, and perfect happiness. The third line is long enough that it should be ending right there in perfect happiness. Just, it's a beautiful way of doing it, that's all. All right, now we're going to walk down. I know you go first.
yeah, I go first, then the positives, then the negatives.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna do this. So you're gonna have to move. So I'm going to walk. You come. You come. All right. I'm going to walk here and enter the tomb. Oh wait. Watch. All right. You're the positive. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna come to here. You need to wind up there. So you're going to cut through there. All right, so let's do that again. We'll do it one time with me, and then we're going to do it one time with you. All right? So I've just said, and the accomplishment is a great way. So true wisdom and perfect happiness. Boom. I come down. I walk into here. You guys, all right, you guys are facing out perfect. Now, again, with this chivalry stuff, the whole temple is guarded. The veil is closed. That's how come I'm letting, all right, you can open it again for, but the veil is closed, which is why I'm letting her be alone, even though she has 3 guards. Okay? The veil is closed. He is going to say something like, thank you very much for coming. Please leave in silence. We'll readmit you back into the temple shortly. Okay? So you guys are going to all file out in silence. And if you want to start talking again about local customs and weird things, we've heard of the minute that the priest is in there, they break out champagne. I mean, which is ridiculous. And then he comes wandering out of there, and it's like joins in the revelry. It's like there was no magic that happened. If there's no magic that happens, you don't need any time to recover. Guess what?
Congregations that applaud after the mass.
Yeah, we have heard of congregations applauding after the mass. I think you've actually seen it. If I had seen, don't ever applaud during one of my masses. Please, God, I hate to think of the blood being spilled on the
No thundersticks. I love you.
So you get out of the temple silently, pick up your shoes. You can, if you need to if you're going out into the street, if it's wet or something and you need to put your shoes on before you go out the door, fine. You know, because remember, I'm in here, she's behind the veil, he's protecting both of us, they're protecting him and us and everybody else. I mean, it's cool. We have a secure temple. Okay? Now, why don't you do the walk back into the tomb? Let me just watch for a second. Start on yeah, that's closed, and you're saying something about true wisdom and perfect happiness, and then you'll have to work out the time and perfect happiness. All right, now walk. All right, Zion goes, Thomas goes, Joy goes, Joy does that little loop, Thomas walks there, Joy and Thomas turn around, Zeitlin closes the thing. You need to turn around with Joy, okay? You and Joy are together, let the deacon close the curtain at this time, then he'll turn around, at which point he'll announce, thank you for coming, we ask that you leave in silence, you'll be readmitted when we're ready. Everybody gets up. If you, again, need to put your shoes on, fine. If you can walk out holding your shoes, fine. You can leave. If you have a purse or a bag, you can generally leave it here, whatever. You just go out. Everybody's out. The door closes. Zeitlin does a 2-second, glance to make sure everyone's out. Turns around, opens the door for the priest.
And the priest helps the
All right.
priestess down.
Okay, you put your lance over there. Come out. Go up to her.
Should the priest continue to hold the lance until everyone files out?
Well, I'll tell you something. That's sort of an in the tomb thing. I'm actually holding it. Yes, and I've actually got my thumb in my mouth doing the sign of silence because that's just the magical gesture that I do because I'm spending a minute or 2 or 3, whatever it is in there, trying to return to my normal physical consciousness. That's what my time alone in there is. And then he's going to open the curtains and help her. Same way with the legs. Good. You put your hands there. Go ahead, lift. There you go. Okay. Give a hug. She's done a great job. 2 of you. Super. Okay. Everybody is happy in here. You'll do what you do. At that point, you may start cleaning the stuff. Certainly, you're going to return to your street clothes before you readmit the congregation. No one wants to see you wearing your robe anymore, okay? And then as soon as you guys are comfortable and ready, you open the door, let people in, and then the conviviality begins. That's fine. Okay? Are there any more questions, or are we done?
Oh, I had one. We pick up the cup and we all come back and sit down.
Not saying.
No, you're standing
Oh,
up.
I mean, I'm sorry, yeah, we stand up. I mean, it's none of the gods.
Right.
Do you have a particular method of putting the cup back? While
You know
this is
what we
going on?
do? We just set it down on the floor
Okay.
usually, and then afterwards we clean up, or if there, that's gonna be based on how it is.
Okay.
But we usually set it
Sounds
down,
good.
so when you say there's no part of me that's not the God, you're not holding the empty cup.
Mhm.
Good question.
When are we seated after returning and standing with our arms crossed in the sign of resurrection?
Right, you actually don't sit after that.
Oh,
You're
so we stay
back
until
at your original place. In other words, if Nancy started there, she does the communion and winds up back there. Standing, he gives the blessing, and then Zeitlin sends you all on your way.
Okay, so, okay.
Okay? You guys are great sports. Thank you so much. You're gonna be a great priestess. Ah, thank you. Thank you.
Stop.
All right, I need a hug. Come on, thank you, brother.
We did it.
We did it.